People like this really piss me off, and I'm gonna explain to you what I mean. So I initially heard this video on the Hodge twins channel. They have like 4 channels. I kind of forgot which channel it actually was on. But then I found the videos on TikTok. So she had created like 3 videos. 2 and 3 are kind of like one and the same with a little bit of an extra ending when you actually watch the 3rd video. I've never had a thought made a complete 180 in a matter of minutes after watching a video quicker than I did with this one. So let me paint the picture and then I'll show you the video so you can understand what I mean. I'm going to let you guys know I am aware of rents. I don't pay rent because I refuse. When I left Connecticut, I told myself I am never going to pay rent in a situation where I'm going to be working a lot in order to just pay rent. There's no way. That's why I have succumbed to the travel life. People are out here paying $3,300 for a 2-bed, 2-bath. Cannot rationalize that in my head that someone would be shelling out almost $4,000 just to survive somewhere and they're only working at normal jobs. I just can't. I get it. And depending on where you're at in the world, because I don't know exactly what state she's in. You know, you could live in Florida and spend an arm and a leg. You could live in Alabama and spend pennies. Rents and living is just expensive, period. So this girl's coming up short this particular month. Her landlord's giving her an option out and she's not okay with it because it's so violating. Like, how dare you want me to sleep with you in order to not pay rent? You disgusting pig.
I got something for Mr. Robert. I got something for him. If he think that just because it's time to pay rent again, he's about to me, he got something coming for him. He's in my house right now. He's in my living room. Asked him to leave and he will not leave. But it's cool. It's cool. Stay there because now I have something to show your wife. Since you think you can use me, okay, cool. Because I may pay my rent late, but I still pay it.
Hey, beautiful.
Just a minute.
I was understanding of that. The first thing that comes to his mind, hey, you can get naked for me and I will let you avoid paying rent. Just pay back whenever you can. And it was totally fine. If that's what you guys want to do, that's cool. But how dare you do this to this woman who's trying to be a respectable, hardworking Black woman? How dare you try to go up to her and initiate sexual exchange for her not paying rent? Man, you are just the worst. Oh, she already slept with him? Not once, but twice? What?
Well, you know why I'm here.
Mr. Robert, I don't want to do that anymore.
Okay, then you got the month's rent?
Can I just please have a little bit more time?
No, look, you know the deal. And we've done this before, and I think it's a pretty good deal for you. I mean, you don't have to pay anything.
Okay, and what would your wife think?
Who cares what she thinks? Hey, is she here? No. Don't worry about her.
So here's the thing that I do not enjoy about people. I don't like it when people tell you a story. It's only coming from their side. More information gets revealed and then you realize they were actually not the person that you assumed that they were from the initial story being told. And that's kind of my feelings on this chick. If you are sleeping with someone in order to not have to pay rent, okay, I'm not going to hate you on that. If you can get a free ride, that's fine. But don't try to paint somebody as a creep who's only doing what you've been allowing them to do for months. I say months. So I guess this is like the second, third time that this is happening. Which means one or two things. Well, 1 or 3 things. 1, you're not getting paid enough at your job. 2, you are living in a place that you just can't afford. Or 3, you just have no idea how to save and like really be smart with your money. But those are the only 3 options. So it's just like, what's going on where you're coming up not short once, not twice, but 3 times. The other 2 times, sleeping with your landlord was fine. Like you had no problems with it before. But now, for some reason, you started going back to church. Your pastor was talking about, respecting people, respecting your body because your body is a temple. And now you feeling some kind of way. And now you start bringing up to him, your landlord, what would your wife think? Because when you guys slept together the other 2 times, it didn't matter to you. But now it does because you found God. I have no idea if she found God. You just now all of a sudden, you just grew morals now. The sanctity of marriage is now important to you. Then she started bringing up a daughter thing. Like, I'm like, I could be your daughter.
You're almost the same age as my dad, and it makes me feel Gross. Like, what if I was your daughter?
If you were my daughter, I'd be paying your rent if you were my daughter, so don't worry about that.
And I'm like, ew. Like, why would you bring that up at a moment where you've already seen this man naked and he's seen you naked? He's probably been sucking on your goddamn titties. And now you want to bring up that you could be his daughter? Gross. Like, you should really look back at this video and think in your head, I probably shouldn't have said that. On top of which, you probably shouldn't have made these videos. But if you were going to make the videos, you probably could have left that part out because that's disgusting. The issue that I have with this is that I'm very understanding of people living in situations where they don't have any financial responsibility because there's an agreement that was taking place between you and the person that you're living with. The agreement has been made. The contract has been set. We are all in agreement to what is expected. Actions and consequences. You want to live rent free? You have to do this. You do the thing and now you're living rent free. And the man seemed completely reasonable. He didn't sound out of pocket the way she was trying to describe him as initially. Seemed like he's just doing what he's been used to doing for the past couple of months. And now all of a sudden, you decided to be a good person because fuck the shit you were doing months prior. You are a person of morals and principles. And then actions and consequences, because despite seeing the negative aspect of actions and consequences, there's also positive sides. If you don't have rent and your landlord is offering you an opportunity to sleep with them in order to not pay rent, the action is sleep with them. Consequences, now you don't have to pay rent. Or you can go down a round of actions, don't pay rent and not sleep with your landlord. Consequences, you get kicked out because what the hell did you expect when you weren't paying rent for about 3 months?
You really made up your mind about this? Because that's going to be it. Your ass is going to be out on the street.
Yes, I have.
Okay, well, you got 12 days to get the hell out of here because I'm not going to put up with this. See you later.
I don't understand people. I like how people tell stories to paint themselves in a more positive light, but like the more they talk and the more they reveal, the more they look bad. My issue this is like me personally watching this. I'm trying to believe this is real, but something inside of me is thinking that this could be a fake story. The way they're talking to each other, I don't know for sure. No one has admitted to this being like fake, but it just gives, like, when they talk to each other, it just feels like two people reading scripts terribly.
I told you that last time was the last time.
Okay, but you don't seem to get it. You're either gonna take your clothes off and do what we did before. I mean, we've done it twice already. We can do it again just like that. Nobody has to know.
If it's real, the guy's just completely aware that the camera is recording him. I don't know, it just felt like there was a moment where I was watching, I'm like, this does not feel real. I'll go with it because there's a lesson to be learned here. Don't put shit out on social media, especially if you don't want the backlash of a story that you're telling coming out where you thought you was going to look good in it, but you actually look terrible. I don't have a problem with what the guy is doing because it seems like this is a thing that he's just been used to. Whoever initiated it shouldn't really matter because ultimately you guys are both willing participants. You both agreed to this thing not once but twice, but now all of a sudden 3 months in, you still aren't paying the rent and he's just doing the thing that you guys agreed to. If anything, I have to fault you.
You see what I'm talking about? You know what? Forget showing his wife. We're gonna tell the world. We're gonna tell the world. We're gonna show the world what kind of monster Mr. Robert really is.
It's just kind of funny watching videos nowadays. You really want to believe that people have common sense and they really aren't just trying to get a gotcha moment on people. And then their gotcha moment kind of flips on them. Oops, got myself. I ended up looking crazy, my bad. I went in rooting for her and then I ended up at the end of the day rooting for the guy. Sometimes shit happens like that. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys did, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bells so you're always notified about the new videos that I have coming out. Let me know in the comments below. Have you heard of the story? What are your thoughts on it? Are you rooting for the girl or are you rooting for the guy? Now, don't get me wrong. Just because you agreed to a thing does not mean that you can't change your mind later on. But what I don't like is the fact that she started the story with the idea that this was his first time bringing this up and she never was sexual with this guy. That's my problem, because you could have led with you having already slept with him a few times prior, but now it's like, now the morality aspect is hitting you, the sanctity of marriage is now important to you, and you want to change. I can respect that. But no, you had us believing that this was a creeper guy that just wanted to get in your pants no matter what, and you just been trying to fend them off because how dare you try to harass me with your depravity when that's not even the case. Weird as hell. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd be very intrigued to read what you guys think. Also, I have a podcast and I travel for food and drinks. All of that information could be found in the description bar below, and I have a podcast where I post weekly things that are going on in my life. It's a fun time. Definitely check it out on any platform. So I'm on like 4 or 5 different platforms. No matter what platform you listen to your podcasts on, you could most likely find me there. And with that being said, I love you all, and I hope to see you all in the next video.